For me, I grew up in a family, in a musical family. My mom was a choir mistress. And then while we were younger, when we performed well in school, my dad would get us a piano. So growing up around music, and he used to listen to a lot of reggae music. So I was playing the piano keys right from a very tender age. So I just grew up with music. So it's always been music from the start. We have so many genres of music because Cameroon is blessed with so many ethnic groups. So you have Bikutsi, you have Makossa, you have Asiko, you have Bottle Dangs, and so many other ones. So we have a lot of Makossa here. It's sung in the Douala language. Manu Dibango does Makossa. He's like one of the pioneers of Makossa music. We have Jovi. He's really doing great when it comes to the rap music. He has even created his own genre of music, which is called Mboko. Jovi really stands out when it comes to originality. You have as well a female artist, Daphne, and she's doing really great. She's exported the Afro-Cameroonian music. In Cameroon, I listen to Petit Pays, I listen to Magasco, I listen to Excellente, I listen to Mr. Leo, I listen to Locko, Daphne, and Blanche Bailey. So most of them, the urban pop guys, they inspired me a lot. In the diaspora, just Manu Dibango, who had a couple of great songs, which my dad usually played his songs, so that's how much I can remember. I feel Cameroonian music can go beyond its current state. We have been going and we keep progressing every year. Like each and every year we get something better. So like, I heard Cameroon music playing here, Kolela Petit by Franco. You have Daphne, Scali, yeah, so those are big songs and we are steadily going further. Even one of our artists, Salatia, as I told you, was featured on Beyonce's album, and that's huge. So Cameroon music is getting the recognition out there. Eventually, it will get better. Yeah, I'm Mccoy the wildest producer and sound engineer all the way from Cameroon. I believe in good music. I believe in collaborations for us to link up and do greater stuff because there's this synergy which comes through with collaboration. I've worked with a couple of A-list artists from Cameroon. You have Blanche Bailey, you have Boy Tag, you have Young Holiday, and there's so many more artists I've worked with. Yeah, I'm here in Ghana to check out the music scene and see how we can collaborate and exchange. So Cameroon music, Ghanaian music, we have something to do together. For one, I don't listen to music based on what is being said on the music. Like the first thing which catches my attention when I listen to music is the sound. So I have songs which I listen to and I love. They're in my playlist which I don't even get what they're saying there. I mean, once the beat is jammy and you have a very nice chord progression and a nice melody, I enjoy it. So I don't think music should be defined by language because sometimes you will accept with me, if you know any, even Sarkodie's music, we listen to it, his song Hallelujah, we listen to it in Cameroon, like it jams in the club and you have the beat and you have the melody and we have the feeling going. So music to me is not based on what language we use, it's the feeling which we get from the music. As a music producer, I face the challenge of actually having the possibility to do songs with artists because you know when you're coming up and you don't have a studio, to get the chance to work in another producer's studio, it's not that easy. But luckily, I always tried and pushed and found my way around. But right now, good enough, I have my own studio, so it's not much of a challenge anymore. When I got the chance to work with one of our A-list artists, the day we did this song, I was so happy because the song was really great and I knew a lot of people because she has a great audience. So a lot of people were going to hear the song. And then when the song was out and the song became a hit and topped a lot of charts, I was so happy because that was the song which I created. Like I created from the start. So seeing a lot of people enjoying the music which I create, it meant a lot to me because I don't come from that time where when I began, everyone was like, I'm doing great. There were times when people made me to feel like I wasn't good enough. So having that feeling of people enjoying what I do meant everything to me. When artists want to work with me, first of all, when they approach me, I take my time to listen to what they have. So I get to know where they're coming from. I get to know what level they are at, so I know how to work with them. So after I've listened to a sample of what they have, maybe an a cappella or a sample of their previous works, then we get to talk on the price and everything, and then we get to work. So that's it. I believe most of the young artists out here now, they are not trying to be original. So I think there's that lack when it comes to originality. There's that blank space. So I think they have to be original, and they have to keep up from the foundation which our pioneers had already set for us. So I think artists have to limit their copying. A lot of copying work is happening out here, and be original. I think the relationship between Cameroonian and Ghanaian producers is great. I met up with this guy called Gafachi, and he's really close with Jovi, who's from Cameroon. And while I'm here too, I've created relationships with other Ghanaian music producers. They're so open, so friendly, and we've shared a lot. So I think the relationships will be more nurtured if a lot of traveling happens, like if Ghanaians get to Cameroon and Cameroonians get to Ghana. Because it's like two different countries far apart, and we have a lot of things which are different, which we got to share and make African music greater. When I started doing music, it was for the passion solely. Like, I love doing music. Even right now, I still love doing music. But at the same time, when you do the music, the fame comes. Like, it's not like we are pursuing fame with the music, but when you do the music, the fame comes, and who doesn't love to be famous? Everyone loves to be famous, but I don't think it should be the main pursuit. The main pursuit should be to do the great music and be able to speak to somebody through your music. Yeah. I'm working on my first ever album, music production album, and it's going to be more about me selling Cameroonian music to Africa and the world at large, because I'm finding a way to bring back what our pioneers had done in the past. So I'm finding a way to fuse it into the new school kind of music. So the album will really be great and it will stand out. I really want your viewers to expect that. It's going to be dropping in 2020. So I'm currently working on that. In the future, the future is unpredictable, but I definitely see myself way ahead from where I am now, because if I look at myself like 5 years back, I was way somewhere else from where I am now. So the future is bright, it's promising, and it's always been, but I can't really tell where I'll be, but it's probably somewhere better and somewhere bigger. For the young and upcoming producers out there, one important thing which I will let them to know, it's away from even the music we do, it's about humility. Because I feel like with humility, it will take you to so many places, and also they should be open to learn, because learning never ends. I mean, right now I'm still learning, so be humble and always be open to learn. Yeah, welcome to this session, and I'll walk you through the whole process of how I produced Ndolo by Blanche Billy. So, it's an Afro song, and usually with the Afro songs, you have this vibe, which we play the kicks and the drums and the snares. So I had to begin with my snare, which sounds like this. And then after I have my snare, I had to put some percussions. The percussion sounds this way. Yeah, so it gives that danceable feeling. So a combination of the snare and the percussions goes like. Wow. So when you have your snare and your percussions, then it's fair enough to put the kick, because the kick gives that bass which like those who dance can follow up with the kick. So I did this continuous kick at the hook, which goes like. So with the percussions and the snare, the drums, like this, what basically holds the song, just the drum and the snare and the kick. So here you go. If you notice, with this alone, you already have the vibe of the song. So then I had to put my melody. My melody, there was already a song in my mind, so this is how the melody goes. I had to play with the piano keys. So if I combine that with the percussions and the snare and the drum you have now. Yeah, I'm sure you don't still get the melody now, so I had to add this pluck, which goes like. Yeah, that's a pluck from Nexus. So if I combine with this, then you will get the whole feel of the chord progression. So. Yeah, we have a song. The artist can sing on this, but then you need that bass line. So when it hits on the speakers, you're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I used an 808. I played it in a very interesting way. So here's it. I layered with another one. So the snare. And the drums. So you have that, and then we have some other sweet elements. Like I used a muted guitar to give that, because if I listen now, it still sounds a bit empty. So I just added some more instruments to give it a full vibe and make it sweeter. So you have this muted guitar which I use. And then I added some bells. With these and what you've been listening to, if I play it all together, you have the whole vibe of the song. So here you go. I'm sure you are wondering all these tracks, all these claps and all that. So I don't really use a lot of crashes when doing my beats. I use this clap. Yeah, that sound, and then I also use this other, this trap kind of something. So it's a clap. Then I have to play that way. So it goes like. So the clap. Yeah, so that's what gives that energy in the whole song. So if I have to take you along, there's this other instrument which I used. You know, we are supposed to have a variation. So there's this other instrument which I used in the pre-chorus, which it's an organ. It gives it an emotional feeling. So it goes like. So with the whole beat here at the pre-chorus, listen to the addition of that organ. And then at the verse here, you wouldn't really get all the instruments, because at the verse, it's good for us to hear what the artist is saying. So I use just some mallets here at the start of the beat, so you could listen to what the artist is saying. So this is how the verse went. Mccoy, the wild ass producer. Yeah, so it's just this one instrument doing like. So here you go.
Mccoy, the wild ass producer.
So that's how I got to produce the hit song Dolo by Blanche. But you can check it out on YouTube.